point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. From the 3rd team now, they work on 1st and 10. Muscles him off. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Here's Mostert. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still going to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, there he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this was going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Throwing again on second down. Lance. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Hands it off out of the gun. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, it's Carson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They go play action now. Wilson. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is Carson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. He'll try again. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Washington.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From midfield, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10,
Lance. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete. Sermon with space, a first down and then some.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
On 1st down, Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 42.
He gives it off to Carson.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught. It's James Washington.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple of plays ago. That if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And they'll run with Sermon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The point after is good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver. But a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Play action. It's Wilson.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Lance now on 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take down from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Meanwhile, Lance's throw hauled in by Washington.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A final shot before half for Lance.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Here's Richie James on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 77 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Here's Carson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Now a second down and 6.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Played.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On third down, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Lance now on first down.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, 49ers.
Raheem Mostert,
51 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And some room to work. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big chunk of yardage there. 37 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They run it with Carson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now James returning. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point, it's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 101 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The tackle by Eric Armstead. They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Play action. Now Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
The Lance going to throw. finding Washington.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They find some open field here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert,
36 yards.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Wilson to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for this